Book 154. Good morning, good morning. Welcome back to Morning Motivation with Matthew Daniels, and today I'm going to tell you guys about the son who squandered his inheritance. That's right, the son who squandered his inheritance. But what is Matthew Daniels talking about? A long time ago, an old man who was close to death called for his two sons to be brought before him. This old man, who was one of my ancestors no less, was extremely wealthy and he owned many possessions. "My sons," the old man said as he lay on his bed struggling to breathe, "the end of my life is near. As is our custom in this land, the two of you must kneel before me as I proclaim the blessings of your inheritance over you." The two sons knelt before their father, and as was the way of the land, the eldest son was given the majority and the youngest was given the least. Indeed, the youngest received almost nothing at all. Because of this, the youngest son pointed out that his brother was irresponsible, untrustworthy, and very likely to lose what their father had acquired. But in the ears of his father, his words meant nothing. The custom of the land meant more than one brother's opinion of the other. So, when the father died, the eldest son took control of all that he had, and just as his younger brother warned, he began to squander it all, with no regards to preserving what their father had built. The youngest son, disgusted with his brother's behavior, left his homeland and refused to watch this utter disrespect. After he was gone, the eldest son went to the house of gambling and he began to drink strong drinks and gamble day and night. Some days he won a prize, but most days he lost. And when he lost big. However, since he did not earn the money through hard work and toil, he did not care about losing it. The eldest son continued to gamble until all that his father gave him as an inheritance was lost, and he left the house of gambling with nothing more than the clothes on his back. Realizing what he had done, the eldest son went to his father's grave and cried out for forgiveness. "I have messed up, my father," he cried. "I have lost my entire inheritance at the house of gambling and dishonored your name and legacy. I am sorry." To his surprise, he could hear his father's voice respond, "You are indeed a sorry son for what you have done, but luckily my legacy is still intact." The eldest son leapt up in fear and spun around. Shocked, he saw his father and younger brother standing there. "We knew what you would do with the possessions," the youngest son said, "and we also knew the custom of our land. So we honored our custom by giving you your due, but we prepared for you to do just what we knew you'd do." They then explained that the father faked his death so that he could honor the tradition and leave his possessions to his eldest son. But the father also purchased the house of gambling and left that possession to his youngest son. In this way, he was able to honor his customs, and he was also able to ensure that his possessions would not be lost, but instead go to his youngest son who was truly worthy of inheriting it. And so, the morning motivation of today is the son who squandered his inheritance. In life, we sometimes inherit traditions and customs from those that came before us. And we get so caught up in attempting to honor those things that we continue to do them even if they do not make sense in our specific situation. It is true that it is a good thing to honor and review the past. However, we must be able to use our brains and assess if the tradition is proper to continue in all situations and circumstances. Do not be afraid to forge a new path for yourself and do a thing which you know is right to do. You were given a brain for a reason. Use it, and do not do a thing which does not make sense simply because others did it before you. So today, be smart, think things through, and do that which is good. And remember, you are awesome, you are amazing, you are wonderful, and you are great. And you are going to change the world. I just hope I'm still alive to see it, family. I'm out. Good morning.